they do submit their pay slips. So it becomes difficult for the department to ascertain if they can afford or not.
Isizathu saloko, the reason we're raising, it's money that AG would say the department has irregular spend on that money. Like now in Mpumalanga, I'm sitting with a letter from SIU of kids that benefited who were not supposed to benefit.
The reason is that the AG will classify that kind of spending as irregular. And here in Mpumalanga, we have such a problem because of the AG findings.
Yingako sithi every parent unes responsibility yokuthi umntana wakhe akhule in an environment that is protected, nathi sibazali playing a role.
That is why we are saying each and every parent has got a responsibility to ensure that their child grows up in an environment that is protected, so that as government we can also be able to play our role.
Ngoba uma singabhadali ile mali le ngelinye ilanga egcina isihlalise phambi kwamakomiti athize ukuthi siphendule ukuthi sinike kanjani le NGO, sinike kanjani le NPO inganawo amaphepha. So siyacela ukuthi singabi emotional about amaphepha. If sithi you are verifying your status of your NGO or NPO, please fill in everything.
Sibawa ukuthi singakhapuhleki ngendaba le amaphepha ngombana amaphepha la akhambisana nemali, and amaphepha la ngiwo asitshengisako ukuthi imali isebenze kuhle and yasebenza kuphi. Manje sibawa ukuthi ngombana amaphepha la ahlathulula ukuthi NGO itlolisiwe nayo ayikatloliswa, amaphepha la siwaphathe kuhle ngokuthi siwazwisise and then sisebenze ngawo kuhle, ukuthi singabe emotional, siwasebenze njengento eyikambiso.
Uma sifuna i-proof of abantwana who are enrolled in an ECD center, it's just a pure administrative process. Ngeke siku-allocate singanayo i-list yabantu abakho.
Ukufuna kwethu i-list namkha isibalo sabantwana abatloliswe ngaphasi kwe-ECD center ethileko, lokho sikwenzela zokuphatha ngombana into enye nenye esiyenzako kufaze sikwazi ukuphendula ngayo.
Sibo ngongqoshe nabomphathiswa besibhizi sithula izibalobalo ama-budget. Lawo ma-budget are based on the number of kids that are registered.
Njengabo somkhandlu nabongqongqoshe kulamalanga sibhizi senzana sithula izabelo mali. Manje isabelo mali sikhambisana nembalobalo namahlelo wombuso.
Sengcina in the last two asked by honorable members is that how many special schools are in Malahleni? In Malahleni we've got two, Uthandu Xolo, Nediklek, those that are registered. Yingako sithi izikolo, you must be a registered school. If you are an ECD, be a registered ECD who comply with all the legislation, you'll get what is due to you.
Kube nombuzo ukuthi eMalahleni ngabe inkolo zabantwana abakhethekileko zingayi. Manje inkolo esinazo eMalahleni zimbili, and inkolo ezo zinkolo ezitlolisiweko ngokomthetho, and then nazitlolisiweko njalo siyakhona ukuthi sizisekele. Manje kungakho esikhathini esiningi vane sifune ukuthi sithole lonke ilwazi ukuthi indawo itloliswe nembalo yabantwana yaziwe.
In Mpumalanga yonkana, eGertsibande sine Basizeni, eHlanzeni sine Australia, Gertsibande sine eThokomala, eGertsibande futhi sine War School George of Meyer, Gertsibande sine Jim van Donner, eHlanzeni sine Kamagugu Inclusive School, Nkangala futhi ngala ngoba besikhuluma ngeMalahleni, enkangala ngapha sine eMantshedi Special School, Nemariki School, eGertsibande, Nkangala Masinagane School, eGertsibande Osizweni, Nkangala Pilinolo Special School, Platoranda School, in Nkangala, Silindobuhle, Ithanduxolo ngiyibalile Malahleni, Val River in Gertsibande, Vigelwa seyavalwa ngoba ivigelwa yile yabe yabantwana iStout School. And then i-Declerk ngibalile, then une-Wolvenkoop. Those are the special school we have in the province, the entire province. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi at least sonke lapho siyahambisana. The last matter, Honorable Chair,
Sorry, MEC, is it 16 or 18?
I think they are 16.
Okay.
Yes, I will count them, but I think they are 16.
I counted 16, but I wasn't sure whether
The
I'm
other
right
two,
or
I've already counted them before, i-Declerk ne-Thandikolo,
Yeah,
which were
so
in
to make it
Malahleni.
18.
Yes.
Okay.
And then speaking about the, how many were undocumented kids and dealing with the relationship between social workers. The issue ama undocumented kids, njengoba ngisho ngithi ama SIU are investigating the department. We are a province that borders the other countries.
Asikhuluma ngabantwana abanganamitlolo. I-SIU kwanje ibhizi yaphenya eminyangweni.
Si borderisha iSwaziland, Mozambique, and
We border Swaziland, Mozambique.
Gunama not formal borders where people come in and out.
Begodu sinemkhawulo eminye engasisemthethweni.
Labantu beza ngapha to access our services which we don't have budget for such.
Which people cross to access our services, which we do not have budget for.
We've requested from SASSA because the reports that we're going to present in the next portfolio, it's what SASSA grants were paid during the hard lockdown and when the borders were open. You'd see the difference. It tells you a story.
Sibawe isasa ukuthi size ngembalo yembonelelo ezabhadelwa ngesikhathi lesana qindolisa amakhambo khulu nangemva kobana amakhambo avulwe kancane uzobona umehluko lapho ukuthi ungangani.
Lolu daba nathi siMpumalanga sesilikhulumisile no Minister weze Home Affairs ubaba uMtswaledi.
We have addressed this issue with the Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Mutsoledi.
Ngoba umuntu nomuntu uma ayohlala kwezweni elithize kumele abe namaphepha athize.
Because when an individual migrates to another country, they need to have proper documentation.
Ene uma abazali banabantwana ngalapha nalapha kune process ethize inkangala yonke kuziwa la kaMhlanga to apply for birth certificate and other things bakutshela ukuthi bring the certain proof of documents ezizokutrace ukuthi whether you are here for asylum seeker, whether you are here, you have applied for citizenship full time. And we don't want our communities to condone what is wrong for people to be in the country illegally and government abe ne burden.
Begodu kuyazakala ukuthi nalokho asiye ebantwaneni umntwana nakabuya ngaphandle kuzezela eSouth Africa amukeleke kunenkambiso ezithileke kufanele zilandelwe nemitlolo ethileke ekufuze ilandelwe. Nasiya kule sifunda lesenkangala kuyazakala ukuthi umuntu ufanele aye kwaMhlanga ukuze afumane isizo mayelana nalokho.
Esicelile futhi ku-minister is to do away with the green book. Everybody migrate from the green book to the smart card IDs because there are a lot of people who claim to be South Africans and yet those are fake IDs. When you put them through the new system, yes, smart card, iyaba kicker out. Hence, you get a lot of kids that are undocumented.
Sibawe ungqongqoshe godi wezindaba zekhaya ukuthi kesilungise indaba le yabomazisi ngombana kuna kwezinye inkathi uthola ukuthi sisasebenzisa abomazisi laba bakade bencwajana ehlaza and then bese kube nalabo abomazisi abatsha bekarata. Manje into leyo iyasithwenya ngombana esikhathini esiningi nasiya ebantwini laba abaseSouth Africa ngongasimthetho inengi labo uthola ukuthi baphethe abomazisi abadala nani bathatha nibafaka eheleni lecomputer ukuthi ihlole umazisi loya ngombana amahelo nje sekuberegiswa iID le etsha yekarata umuntu lo ngumazisi akho omdala wencwajana lo iyamraha imrahela ngecadi.
Yingakho ke birth certificate yamanje seyiveza umama nobaba akuseseyileya eveza ubaba kuphela.
That is why our birth certificates today have the name of both parents. unlike previously.
Sengcina ubudlelwane obukhona phakathi kwama-ECDs nama-social workers. We will come and attend to that. Kodwa siyezwa ukuthi it's not a matter that affects every sub-region or municipality or a district. We'll come where there are specific issues and deal with those, because really I'm hard on the department. I've joined the department more much after the reshuffling. But we cannot continue as business as normal, where our officials will allocate monies that we cannot account for. And at the end is the executive authority with the accounting authority that must come. Angifuni ukuyohlala phambi kwezondo commission, bathi ngidle imali, ukube asenzanga izinto. So vele, I'm pleading with yourselves, there will be no money paid to any ECD or any facility without proper documentation, because at the end, we are perceived as corrupt and spending money that was not supposed to, when you are trying to be nicer, and I can't be nicer. I'm very hard on that. But the relationship issue of how we conduct each other, how we liaise, and we will professionalize that. Because some social workers worked in the province, we had a 10-year moratorium where there were no appointments in the provincial government. We've uplifted that, we have advertised, we need to fill about 400 vacancies of our social workers, because the ratios were too much. They were overstretched. And one of the things, especially here in Siabuswa and other areas, we said we must appoint people ngama district wabo, because you'll get people being appointed in a Hlanzeni. Comes the site, work 2-3 years, then sekafuni transfers. Then the same problem remains. So those are the things that we're trying to mop up and deal with those. Unfortunately, I'm just 2-3 months in the department, but we're going to work, and I'm going to be hard, and I'm not apologetic, because we've got PFMA that governs us. Thank you.
Bengifuna ukuqedelela ngokuthi ngitsho ukuthi sizokubuya sizokulungisa indaba yobudlelwano phakathi kwama-ECD nemphathiswa zethu eminyangweni, ngombana kufanele ukuthi sisebenzisane begodwa sisebenzisane kuhle, ngombana enye into enye bengifuna uyigandelela into yokuthi endabeni le amaphepha wona kufanele abe rehe alunge, ngombana amaphepha lawo akhambisana nemali. Nangasinjalo ngimi okoswa ukuthi ngikhambe yokuvela phambi kwamakomiti ngibuzwe ngemali, anathola ukuthi imali ezinye ziphume ngendlela bezingasirehe, ngombana ziphume ngoba batsho besizama ukuthi sifuna ukubonakala sibahle ebantwini. Manje into leyo angizuyivumela ngombana ibetha phezu kwami njengosomkhandlu. Ngiyathokoza.
No, khense swinene MEC. Khense ngopfu. No pfumela ku na vaaki va tsakile loko mi hlamurile.
I believe the community is happy that you've responded.
Eku hi ri portfolio committee hi pfumela ku kun'wana na kun'wana la hi fikaka kona hi ri vurhangeri.
As a
Vaaki va langutele ku kuma swo kuma ku huma ka n'wina.
So as the portfolio committee, we believe that wherever we go, community members expect to hear something or get something from you as the MEC.
Hi yo mhaka hi ku xandla ehenhla ka xin'wana xandla.
So we are very much grateful.
Minister,
Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Ngiyathokoza sihlalo.
Ukhulumile umnikazi wendawo.
The owner of the land has spoken.
Umnikazi wendawo ukhuluma ngoba uyazi kangcono lento akhuluma ngayo.
She spoke very well because she knows the place, the territory very well.
And ngifuna ukuqala from la eshiye khona,
I will just continue where she left
because kuyafuneka ukuthi iqiniso silikhulume.
because the truth is needed.
Iqiniso will always set us free.
The truth will always set us free.
Indaba ye accountability ngiqala ngayo because it's very important.
The matter of accountability is so important that I will begin with.
And accountability is a two-way process.
Accountability is
A two-way process.
a two-way process.
Nami ngiya accounta ku government, nayo ya accounta ku government at provincial level. Nami ngiya accounta e parliament njengoba niwabona amalungu ase parliament ala. Naye uya accounta futhi e legislature kuyi committee.
I'm accountable on the government, as you can see. She is accountable on the provincial level. We are all accountable somewhere.
So nani ke ni accountable as members of your own communities.
So you as well are accountable as the members of your own communities.
You are accountable because nani kuneimali ezikhushwa government ikhiphele nina.
You are accountable because you receive some funds that is dedicated by the government to you.
And lawo ma funds thina kufuneka siwa accountele njengoba uMEC eseshilo.
And those funds, we as the MEC has spoken, we are accountable of them.
But ke mina ngifuna ukuthi in that accountability kufuneka sithembane.
But what I want to say is the matter of trust within that accountability.
Nayo trust is not a one-way street.
Trust is neither one-way street.
Nayo trust is a two-way street.
It's two-way street likewise.
Yingako ke sila namhlanje no MEC.
That's why we are here today with the MEC.
In fact, ukuza kwethu lana bekungasi ukuthi sizophendula lemibuzo.
Actually, our coming here was not to answer these questions.
Besizolalela sithatha ithuba lokuthi i-community ikhona, i-committee le es-accounta kulo likhona lizolalela.
We were here to come and listen to the community, clarifying some points to the committee that we are accountable on.
So that ke nathi singapheleli ekutheni ama officials wethu they come to us and report. Sicabanga ukuthi lento abazireportayo are always correct.
So that we as well might have a clear picture of when our officials come and report to us. We also get that clear picture as well because we were there.
Akuyona into ejwayelekile ukuthi sihamba ne portfolio committee la mayenza i-outreach.
It's actually not, it's very rare that we travel with the portfolio committee when it's making the outreach.
But we think it's important from time to time. Ima sinethuba lokuthi i-portfolio committee ine outreach about something nathi sibe khona la siphumelela khona.
So we think it's important that if the portfolio committee is going out to the community, that we are there as well if we get that chance.
And in this particular case, kuna ilama public hearings on a specific bill.
So in this particular case, it will be the public hearings on the specific bill.
But we thought it might be important for us ukuthi while we do other work which we did in the morning before we came here, we come here and spend this time nani.
So we thought it be important that we come here and spend this time, the remaining time with you since we were elsewhere.
But ke siyabonga nanokuthi i-portfolio committee enabled us the opportunity to sit here and listen.
So we also thank the portfolio committee to give us this opportunity to be here in the sitting and listen to your comments.
Because this is their program.
Ngoba le ikambiso yabo.
They might have decided, hi, asinfuni la because maybe nizo intimidate abantu.
They might assume that, no, please don't come because you'll make people, intimidate people.
But they allowed us because we work very well also with them.
So ke basivumela ukuthi ke size ngoba siberekisana kuhle khulu nabo.
So the first thing engifuna ukuyisho ke from a point of view of the engagements and the discussion and the information that came out of this gathering.
Engifuna ke ukukutsho malungana nayo wonke umbuthano lo esiubambileko la nginaku.
Ukuthi uMEC and we must just also apologize ukuthi normally when we go to such places Tina, we always find the provincial, the local structures. I haven't been in a situation like this since I started in this department. I haven't been to any place where the three spheres of government are not properly represented.
Ngibawa nokuncancabeza ukuthi ngokujayelekileko kuba nabantu inkhulu zamahlandla amathathu sukela eprovinsini njalo njalo evane zibe khona kodwa ngiyadabuka ukuthi ukuthi namhlanje sike azange sibathola abantu abanjalo la abajamele imfunda kuhle ngokuhlukahlukana.
But ke ukukhala akusizi, we must just fix it.
Yeah.
We just need to fix it.
Ukhala kusizi.
Crying doesn't help.
We can't complain.
Yes. Honestly speaking,
Ngibonga nje ukuthi MEC identified that as an issue.
I'd like to thank the MEC that she pointed out that as an issue.
And she said they will have their own outreach.
And she also mentioned that they will have their own outreach.
And I would like MEC that outreach focus a lot on the issues of ECD in particular.
Wacho ke nokuthi ke ama outreach lawo namkho kufinyelelwa komphakathi lokho kuzodzimelela kakhulu endabeni yama ECD.
Because most yabantu abakhulumile today, they really were putting the challenges they face around ECDs.
Ngombana abaningi abakhulumileko namhlanje sibavezile intshijilo zabo khulukhulu endabeni yama ECD.
Ikakhulukazi njengoba siyazi ukuthi kune movement yama ECDs to the Department of Basic Education.
More especially that there is a movement between the Department of Education and the ECDs.
MEC ke ne Department of Basic Education ayo MEC bazoza bazoyichaza kahle leyo process because isikude kabi leyo process.
So the MEC and the Department of Education will come and clarify and explain that process because it's now quite further.
Ikude nje le process, it doesn't mean that ama inputs from people who are running the ECDs as the ECD practitioners, as the social workers and others is not important. It's still important.
As far as it is, it doesn't mean that those inputs that have been made are less important. They are as equally important as the rest.
So when the MEC and the MECs come together with the officials, because you can see today, we didn't even come with our officials who can be able to respond to each and every one of the issues because that was not the intention.
Njengombana ke nibona namhlanje ukuthi besingakezeli loyo umnqopho kuzokuhlalwa phasi ke idenjwe kuhle indaba lengefanele.
And MEC nangaleso sikhathi when you come back to clarify that each department at a national level kuzofuneka ibe available because there are things that are done at provincial level but indaba ye movement is being done especially at national. Even though ngifuna ukusho kule meeting ukuthi throughout that process both the MECs and myself from a point of view of wonke ama MEC sihlangene sidingidile le ndaba le.
So even when the MEC comes back to discuss this movement thing,
we have had conversations with the MECs through IMINMEC from the very beginning to now.
sibe nayo imikhulumiswano ye movement leyo kusukela ekuthomeni kwayo bekube kunje.
So ama HODs wama province are very much aware ukuthi kule movement yini emuvayo imuva kanjani banana ma working groups adila nala different areas omsebenzi.
So the HODs in this movement are aware what is happening and they are intact with each and every step of the move.
Enye into engifuna ukisho engathi into esihluphayo kakhulu yindaba yama registration yama NPOs.
Another matter that it's quite a concern is the matter of the registrations of the NPOs.
NPOs and cooperatives.
And
if I may say.
cooperatives.
But in the main ama NPOs. In the main it's NPOs.
But in the main are the NPOs.
Ikakhulukazi ama NPOs.
You know, it's
Ngifuna ukusho ukuthi le ndaba le siye saqala iprogram ebizwa ivangasali bangasali.
we want to state that in this matter we started a program called Bangasani.
Leyo program leyo bekufuneka isincedise from a point of view of ukuthi abantu abangaregisteranga ba ama NPO ba register.
That program seeks to help us register the non-registered NPOs.
I-registration ke ngicela ukusho ngoba ngiyabona ngathi indaba yokufila kwama forms yakhala.
Registration is needed because we seem to be having struggles when we need to fill out the forms.
Ngicela nibe nesineke
Please be patient.
ngoba nami nje ngiyazazi ukuthi makufika amaform kufuneka ngenze lokhu nalokhu nokwathatha ngiwabekele esayidini isikhathi esiningi
Because-
until ngibone ukuthi hey if ungawafilanga lama form angizufika ndawo.
Because I personally know that it consumes a lot of time filling up the forms. Even myself, sometimes I neglect filling the forms, but later realize that unless I fill out these forms, then I won't get where I want to get.
Ukufilwa kwamaform kumqoka because we need to know who is where, who owns what, so that sizokwazi ukuthi makufuneka sikhiphe imali umuntu anikezwe, sazi ukuthi sinikeza umuntu onelungelo to leyo mali.
The filling of the forms is important because we need to know who is getting what and who is entitled to receive what.
But it's also beyond the issue of just us as government knowing. It is for your own accountability towards yourself, towards the community, towards the ECD or something that you are running.
Kodwana lokhu kungehla kwendaba yokuziphendulela thina njengohulumene ngombana nani nibandakanyekile ngikho nani kuqhakathekile ukuthi nazi indima ekufanele niyidlale njengamalungu.
So it's important ukuthi nibe nesineke lapho because in order for ukuthi sikwazi ukunincedisa kufuneka sibe nento ezibhalwe kahle ngoba uhulumende akazuvuma nami nje ngisebenza ku-expect ukuthi iparlament mayingibuza mina iparlament mayingibuza ayingibuzi wishy-washy questions ba-specific ukuthi endaweni ethize uthe ufanda ama-ECD angaka yini state salawo ma-ECD endaweni ethize uthe unikeza ukudla okungaka baphi labantu banikeze lokudla so nani kufuneka nizame ke by all means ukuthi sibambisane both as government and communities.
So it is imperative that you be very patient with this process because as for me, I'm accountable into the parliament. If, say, for an example, I've supplied so and so ECDs this amount of money, then they will be asking me, where is the proof that you did that there? So I am pleading with you as the communities and the owners of the ECDs to also be patient and do things accordingly so that the process runs smoothly.
Lendaba yama relationship between ECDs and social workers and all that. Ngokubona kwami there's quite a number of things okusafuneka sizenze kwathina as government so that kube nama system kube nokwazi ukuthi kufuneka abantu basebenze kanje ngoba masingabalekeli futhi ukuthi ama ECD by the way before sikhuluma ngama ECD kwakhona nje ama crèche nje every woman could get up and start crèche yakhe makeqala crèche yakhe the children come they eat little bit they sleep half the time they don't get the stimulation that children are get to need so mina ngokubona kwami thina no MEC kusazofuneka sithi take a step back sizibuze umbuzo kahle kahle ukuthi ultimately what should an ECD look like? And we know what an ECD should look like. And then, because we know what an ECD should look like, we must then say, what are the systems in place that need to make sure ukuthi ama ECDs are serviswa kahle? Spindege, finally, sisefe, my MEC. Yafuneka sefe impela ngeshwa.
Part of it was in English. I will only talk where she spoke in vernacular, that they need to be aware as her and the MEC that the process of the ECD, it's ran in accordance with the regulations because now some of the things that she's mentioning, they need to do some cuttings.
It's not cutting, it's sifting. Yeah. Because sifting will leave you with what is necessary. Because in some cases, it's very painful. It's sad for me to say this, but I've been to some ECDs visiting them. You get to a place, you can even see the person who is saying, I'm running this ECD, that this person shouldn't be running the ECD. You can see that for yourself. Oh, but because you know where we come from, you know, we are going to be accused of this and that. Mina ke nolindiwe lo sisi lo hlela phambi kwethu, asilale endleleni. When we have to do the right thing, we'll do the right thing. But we also have to be right by you, not right by us. We must be right by you. So nani kufuneka nisincede sibe right by each other, so that ultimately what we have must serve the interest of the children. Unsanitizing. Anti-sanitizer, yes. So, basically, njenge ngicela ukubonga, in all honesty, to the portfolio committee for giving us the opportunity to be here. We shouldn't have even taken this much time, me and her, but it would have been not a good thing also to listen, being the executive that have to make sure that the department implement, for us to go without saying anything. And the promise is there to MEC is saying, uzobuya with the officials, with the right people to come and explain a lot of the things that you raised here in their own outreach program. But there's got to be that understanding that the outreach is very different from the other outreaches we used to have. What we are doing as government, this district development model should be the vehicle that we use, because it narrows people down to smaller numbers according to district, so that we can then be able to respond to
Ngithanda
ama-problem wabo.
ukuthokoza ikomiti ngokuthi sifike la namhlanje mina nosomkhandlu. Nanyana kuhle kuhle bengakafanele besingakazeli ukuzokuphendula. Kodwa sibone ukuthi singene silalele sizwe ukuthi kuthiwani. Begodwa ngithanda ukuthokoza usomkhandlu ukuthi uthe uzokwenza lakhe ihlelo lokufikelela umphakathi azokuhlalisa kuhle zonke indaba lezi ezikhulunywa namhlanje namathwenyo la. Begodwa ngiyathemba ukuthi nangaleli hlelo leli lokusebenza kombuso ngama district lizakhona ukuthi lizibambe ezinye zalezi zinto ukuze ihlelo lombuso likwazi ukuhamba kuhle.
Ngiyabonga.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister
Sithokoze ngqongqoshe,
and the Honorable MEC.
sithokoze somkhandlu.
As this portfolio committee, Honorable Minister,
Njengekomiti ngqongqoshe
will always feel blessed by your presence.
sizahlala sibusisekile ngobukhona bakho.
As this portfolio, when you are around, will give you that opportunity to say a word also to the members of the public.
Begodwa njengekomiti na ukhona ngqongqoshe sizokuhlala sikunikela ithuba lokuthi ukhulume namalunga omphakathi.
The relationship that we have as the portfolio committee and you, Minister, together with your department, it goes far away. So
Isibonelo
with us,
esinalo ngqongqoshe nawe nomnyango wakho libuya kude.
and we also know that you are accounting to us not in a public hearing, but we felt it's good because you are around at least to say something.
Begodwa
And I do
siyazi
believe
ukuthi
even members, some of the issues that they've raised, they did get clarity from you. And from here onwards, I do believe that we're going to see changes.
begodwa siyazi ukuthi awuphenduli kithi ekulaleleni komphakathi. Kodwa nasithabela ukuthi indaba eziningi ezivezwe umphakathi la pheze uziphendulile wazicacisa.
Ikenseshnene aka ma social worker hina ninga kuma two
Thank you very much to our social workers. Maybe we can have 2 social workers because of time.
ninga kuma two Mithlela mi komba ku, I'm going to respond to this.
So you can also identify the specific issues that you would want to respond to.
Ko hi nga delay ku tlula mpimo. If I can get only 2 social workers to come forth to say 1 or 2. But you need to indicate that I'm going to respond to this question. Yes, there are 2. I've seen them. Thank you.
Good day, everyone.
Sanilotshisa nonke.
The Honorable Minister,
Ngqongqoshe
the
ohloniphekileko
MEC,
somkhandlu,
the Portfolio
Committee
Committee.
Parliament,
I'm saying good day to you,
nginilotshisa
everyone,
nonke
and my colleagues.
nabasebenzisani bami.
My name is Alice Mashavela. I'm from Department of Social Development.
Ngibe wakwa DSD ngingu-Alice Mashabela.
I'm coordinating ECD within the
Ngikhambelanisa,
district.
ngiphethe ama-ECD.
The office lami lise eMalahleni with bank.
I have an office in Emalahleni.
I'm just going to make an additions with the responses that they've already made, the Honorable MEC and the
Yes.
Minister.
Ngifuna ukungeza phezu kwempendulo ezithulwe ngungqongqoshe nosomkhandlu.
Number 1 is the issue of the registration processes in
Kokuthoma
terms of the Vangazali.
kusekambisweni yokuhlolisa.
Since I'm responsible for the coordination of the program,
Ngombana ngimophethe ihlelo leli.
up to so far, we had the sessions regarding Vangazali, where we have conducted the trainings about
Sibambe.
all the processes of the ECD registration framework.
Sibambe amahlelo wevangazani senza ibandulo lawo.
We have managed to cover all the sub-district. We are having 6 sub-district.
Sibambe zonke
Emalahleni,
iyingi ezincane ezisithandathu.
Emalahleni,
Okuyi Emalahleni,
Emakhazeni,
Emakhazeni,
Dr. J.S. Muroka,
J.S. Muroga,
Victor Kanye,
Victor Kanye,
Steve Chwete,
Steve Chwete,
and Tembisile.
neThembisile.
And therefore, up to so far, we are done.
Begodwa kufika lapho siqedile.
We are waiting for the applications from the unregistered ECD centers.
Kwanje sisilinde imbawo ezibuya kuma ECD angakatloliswa.
Secondly is the issue of the registered and the unregistered ECD centers.
Kwesibili indaba yama ECD la atlolisiweko nangakatloliswa.
Because from other concern that were raised, there were issues of whether are we treating differently all the centers. All the centers they are treated equally. So
Sifuna ukuveza ukuthi ama ECD thina siwaphatha ngokulingana.
up to so far, we are having the database at the district in Kangala of all the registered ECD centers. We are having 418 for registered.
Sina 418 wama ECD atlolisiweko eNkangala.
Registered privately and as community-based centers.
Atloliswe njengewomphakathi newangeqadi.
And we are having 102 unregistered ECD centers.
Begodwa sinama ECD angakatloliswa ay 102.
Therefore, lastly is the question of the SLAs, that they, for now, they are only chairperson that are signing SLAs.
Kwanje ama SSAs la atlikihlwa kuphela abo chairperson abosihlalo.
I just want to give the clarity in that regard.
Ngifuna ukucacisa lapho.
The SLAs for the province, they have signed the 3 years SLAs, 2019-20, 2021.
Atlikihlelo kule minyaka aqeda ukuyitsho.
So now it's just only the chairperson who is signing the notices, not the SLAs. Then from 2022-23, that's where the 3 signatories, which is a chairperson, secretary and treasurer, they are going to sign the other SLAs.
Ama SNA kusukela ngonyaka 2022 kuya ku 2023 angeza satlikihlelwa umuntu oyedwa kuzokutlikihla abantu abathathu abomgcini imali abosecretary njalo njalo.
Ke rata go leboga go di responses tse ke di fileng tse 3 for the additions. Thank you so much.
Ngithanda ukuthokoza ngokuthi ningiphe ithuba lokuthi ngiphendule.
Sorry. Can you say something about the stimulus fund?
Okay. Chairperson, thank you. Okay, with regard to the stimulus fund,
Ngemali ze COVID chairperson
we had 4 batches.
sibe nengkhathi ezine.
The first batches, the second batches, and the third batches, they've already paid out.
Zokuthoma intathu sibhadele.
The fourth batches, they are not yet paid out.
Lezi zamuva zesine azikabukubhadela.
Because angisho all of us, we know we are having the financial years.
Ngombana sonke ngicabanga ukuthi sokhumbula ukuthi into enye nenye siyenza ngokuya komnyaka wemali.
The last financial year ending March, that's where they've paid the 3 patches. And then the fourth, that is remaining. The province, they've made the proposal to National Treasury so that going forward for this financial year, if possibly so, they will get paid.
Lezi zokuthoma ezintathu ukuthi zibhadelwe zawela enyakeni wemali ophele ngoMarch. Manje le esaleleko le yesine ukuthi izokubhadelwa kulo nyaka wemali esiphezulu kwawo.
I
Thank you
thank
very,
you.
thank you very much for that clarity. The second social worker, then only one. Please, 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 can you hurry up? They were doing that.
I thank everyone for the opportunity.
Ngiyathokoza ngaleli thuba.
Sorry, at the back, can we please give him an ear?
I thank everyone for the opportunity.
Ngithokoze nonke ngaleli thuba.
I want to greet our minister
Ngilotshise ungqongqotshe
and our MEC,
nosomkhandlu wethu,
the portfolio committee,
ikomiti yethu eqalene nezehlala kuhle
and the community at large.
nomphakathi wokana.
I will be very much brief.
Ngizoba mfitshane
Since Alice, the coordinator of ECD, has said almost everything.
ngombana umphathi wama ECD uAlice pheze ukhulume yonke into.
I am Mishak Msiza,
Ngingumishaka Msiza mina,
social work supervisor here at Dr. J.S. Moroka,
usohlala kuhle wala eDr. J.S. Moroka,
coordinating ECD here at Dr. J.S. Moroka.
okhambelanisa ama ECD lapha eDr. J.S. Moroka.
I want to thank the MEC
Ngifuna ukuthokoza usomkhandlu
for the program that she is envisaging to come and clarify the issues that are relating the ECD centers.
ngaleli hlelo athi uzolibamba lapha azokucacisa khona le ndaba yama ECD.
Because most of the challenges, sometimes.
Mr. Msize, Mr. Msize,
Yes, ma'am.
can you go straight to the questions that you are coming there to answer?
Okay.
One or two. We no longer have that luxury of time.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very much humbled by the program that she is going to do regarding the ECD centers. And I'm also humbled as well as the clarity that is going to be there regarding every challenges that we are facing regarding all the whatever that has been said. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear you saying, responding to any question. Somebody wanted to come and respond, but you were here not saying anything. Please. Okay, Ceci, can you please wait? Do you have something to say? To respond, not to give us stories. We no longer have time for stories. You just respond to what has been raised. As simple as that.
Okay, ngiyanibulisa.
And I will be happy if I can hear something about the relationship.
Okay, thank you. Ngithanda ukuresponda masinyana njengoba okuningi sebakubulisile.
I would like to quickly
Eh.
respond.
Igama lami ngu-Isaac Shili.
I'm
i-social
Isaac
supervisor
Shili.
eSiyabuswa. Isaac Shili, social supervisor eSiyabuswa.
I'm a social
Eh.
worker at Siabuswa.
Beba-raise indaba yokusayina kuma-service level agreement kabili.
They've raised the signing of service level agreements twice.
Yes, isizathu ukuthi u-HOD washintsha saba no-HOD omusha ngoDisemba.
The reason is that we had a change in HODs in December.
Bebakhulume ngendaba yemholo ama 1.2 or ama 1.3 abawaholago.
They also raised an issue about the salaries of 1.2 or 1.3.
Lawo kufikile ezindlebeni emnyangweni wethu.
We have heard about that as a department.
Yiyo kena ngenyanga yaka May bebaqele ama center wonke ukuthi mawabhale imali kena abayiholayo sizodila ngama facts.
In May, all centers were asked to write down their salaries so that we can deal with facts.
Baye bakhuluma ngendaba yokuregister kwama center noma ama NPOs. Ngithanda ukusho ukuthi kena umnyango wethu uvulekile namanje masiphuma bangangithinta ngibanikeze umuntu kena ungabanceda ngokuregister kwama center noma ama NPOs inkambiso noma process.
Those who've got the issues in terms of the registration of either NPOs or NGOs, they must know that our door as a department is open and they can come and contact me regarding that.
Okay, ngiyabonga.
I thank you.
Thank you very much. Short and to the point.
Sanibonani futhi.
Greetings again.
Igama lami nginguThembi bengize ukuzophendula umbuzo
I am
ukuthi
Thembi. I am
abantwana
here to
laba-
answer a question.
Okay, abantwana laba
Do you mind to take out your mask?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Abantwana laba aba-abuzwayo ama cases wabo are reported or what?
It's about the abused children. I would like to know as to whether their cases are being reported or what.
It's not that I want to know, I am responding on the question asked to me. Yeah. Yes, the cases are reported, but it depends. You see, if maybe it's the father who abused the child, sometimes mothers will protect the father not to report that case. Or sometimes if it's a family issue, most families they will prefer to deal with that issue in a family meeting. But the problem that we have as ECD people, that people who are taking care of children, who will stand for that child? Yes, the family will talk and they will reconcile and bazwane bona. But in the case of this child, a 7-year-old child who's being abused, then it means that it's a problem. Social workers are there to assist only when the case is reported. But in a situation where the case is not reported, they don't know about it. So what I was saying is, as early childhood development centers, you know, there's that special relationship between you and the child. You can able to see when there's something wrong with the child. Without a parent coming to tell you, you will just know. Then you will follow right procedures but if the relationship with the ECD and the social workers, it's not healthy, it's impossible, and the person that suffers is the child. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mama?
Aling hopefully nakin Ntombi Mathabe from JS Moroka. The issues of the birth certificate in my center. Last year I was having a child only 5. Mama haye uteng, papa haye uteng. Aba mudirela birth certificate.
Hold it, Mama. Ulukwena mangme.
Ntombi Mathabe.
Ntombi Mathabe is my
Yes.
name.
Kitome fat.
I have a case where did you say the child or the?
Yes,
the child
ngwana.
is not registered
Ana birth certificate.
because he hasn't got a birth certificate.
Yes, but the parents, bateng.
The parents are there.
Oh, but so abazali bakhona. And then abazali mabakhona, umama une problem yokuthi ayo register umntwana.
Says Tombi,
Hello, Dad.
my disorganized.
Bona dala ke bulela
Va
ka
swi twa leswi ya mbvulavula swo swa Xisuthu lavaya, va swi twa kahle
Yes.
ngopfu.
They are able to hear Sipedi.
Okay, sharp, ngikhuluma iSpedi, sharp. Okay. Ngwano
Ngai magorena re rile mang le mang a ka bolela ka leleme la gagwe.
ke tlo bulela Sepedi ne.
Ke tlo go kwa gabotse.
Sharp sharp. Ngwano o tlile ko crasheng as birth certificate as na silo.
She came to the ECD without any documentation,
And then batswadi ba teng ba phela.
and the parents are there.
So ngwano la a tseya ke ragadi.
The child was taken by the aunt.
Ragadi a mo tlisa crasheng.
The aunt brought the child to
A
the ECD,
ntlhalosetsa bothata ba birth certificate.
and she explained me about the problems.
Ka tsamaya ka o reporta ko social service.
I went and reported at the social services.
And then a berekisana le yena, so ge ba founela ngwanyana a ba kgone ho mo kry-a.
They communicated about this problem, and when they phoned her, they couldn't find her on the phone.
And then papa a berekele mo, o berekela ko bo Joburg, o tla ka di-weekend or month end.
Papa is not working in the village, but he's working in
So,
Joburg. He's
ngwana-
only available during weekends.
Ngwana ka mo tseya ka mo kenya crasheng ka baka la hore ke tseba ragadi le hore ntata hae le papa hae ene ke batho ba South Africa ino ba ile hore ngwanyana ha ready.
I took the child because I knew the parents and the aunt.
So since a tsamaya case, I don't know hore le social worker sa le la mo kry-a or jwang o fitlela no. So this year ha sa le teng o ile sekolong.
I don't know how far have they gone with the legal route, because the child has now moved to school.
And then ya ngwaga o ke ya batho a ba tswang ko ntle.
This year I'm also handling people from other
Sesi.
countries.
O mo one
Says Tombi,
Hello, Dad.
I don't think there is a problem in here. You are saying the two parents are there. They are South Africans. Why didn't they go to her home affairs to apply for the birth certificate?
I don't know.
But we can't really sit here and discuss why that particular parent is not doing this.
Okay, ma'am,
Please, can you take the issue, you report to the social worker, you assist each other to find out the parents or the auntie that you were talking about to take that child to home affairs?
Ke maikarabelo a
It's not
batswadi
the
hore-
offices that I hear that can say.
ke maikarabelo a
Mara, a kere
batswadi
mama ke buledisa ke hore molao a o re dumele hore tseye bana a ba sena di-certificate. Ke a tlhalosa hore mama hae ke yena a na le phoso le papa hae.
Says Ntombi,
Eh.
you are running the ECD, isn't it?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
But they are parents.
Yes.
Parents has got responsibilities also, like yourselves. You have a responsibility, they do also have responsibilities. They must take responsibility, they must account for their kids. They are there. It's unlike talking about an orphan. But here we're talking about the kids and the parents are there. Really?
Okay, ngwana o ragadi o mo tsere ka hore di-parents tsa hae a di na taba le
Can
yena.
you please
Yes.
answer the next one? With that one, really,
Okay.
I'm not gonna take
Thanks,
it.
thanks that.
Please.
Shapi ya botu, bana ba o tlile le karata ya clinicing ya ko Zimbabwe.
She brought a medical card from Zimbabwe.
Ka e checka a ke na idea so ka mo romela ko local clinic
I did check the card and sent the child to the local clinic
hore ba o checka.
so that they can verify.
So ge a bua a re ko clinicing ba re a ona ntha ba ka mo thusang ka yona.
When she came back, she said the clinic can't help her.
Ka gore ge ke ba kgopela dipasa tsa bona or passport ing ba re a ba nazo nabo.
No
I
problem.
asked for their identification, they did not have IDs.
And then o mong ka mo tšhikisa vele nka se risk ka crash gore ke tseye ngwana a sena information and then ke sa tsebe gore am I wrong or right.
I
Wa
couldn't-
bo-two,
I couldn't.
Mama
The
Temi.
first one, the first one,
Mama
I
Temi.
had to turn her back because I didn't want to take the risk of having someone who has no identification.
Mama Temi,
okay then,
can I assist on this?
yes.
If you're still going to talk about issues of IDs, please, let's spare that time. The MEC was saying they are going to have their own program. They are going to talk about those things because most of the people that are coming from outside, they do have that problem and we can't solve it here. So I think it's good, the social workers are here, just locate the social worker who is around your place. He's there, he's raising his hand. You give that information, they will be able to assist you. But this house for now, we can't.
Okay.
We know those issues. Even Limpopo, there are a lot of challenges about those things, but it's a process. Even if when you go to the social worker, he's not going to say this is the birth certificate today. It's a process that need to be followed, and not by you, by the parents.
Okay.
Re kgopela gore o kwešiše mme gore bothata jo o bolelang ka jona bo na le tselatshepedišo yeo re tshwanetseng go e latela go ngwadiša bana le batswadi ba tšee maikarabelo a bona a go ka hlokomela tšeo di ba swanetšeng. Re kgopela gore o tšee taba e o iše go di-social worker fela seo tshwanetse o se gopola ke gore taba e ka se lokišitše gone ebile gobane go na le ditsela-tshepedišo tšeo tshwanetse go di latelwe.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I take the last hand then? Eh.
Thank you, Ngiyabonga. Ngicela ukuphendula ama question I think bekai two. if
I would
I'm
like
not-
to answer 2 questions.
The first one kuzoba a question yakuthi since I started the orphanage 2003 kukhona abantwana aba-adoptiwe na?
The first one is, since I started orphanage house in 2003, are there any adopted children?
The answer is kunabantwana aba-adoptiwe abayi-5 ngosizo lo social development with the children's court, because when I receive the child I will report to the social development, then the social development they will check with child welfare ukuthi kunabantwana bakulist abafuna adoptwa, then
Okay.
after child welfare will contact me.
The answer is there are 5 children that are adopted with the aid of social development and children
Court
court,
include child welfare.
including child welfare.
Then in terms of in number, how many children that I'm having currently, I'm having 42 children in the orphanage at this moment. Then two in University of Johannesburg and 1 in University of Free State,
I have
meaning that there are 45.
2 in University of Johannesburg and
2 in University of Johannesburg, 1 in University in Free State, plus 42 in the center at this current.
clear.
Lastly, ngiyacela mama kakhulu. I would like ngicela usizo in terms of building the orphanage with the help of Emalahleni FM in our area.
I
This
will
year
also
2020,
ask the help of building the orphanage. This is my request.
this
With the
number
aid
of 42 children.
Emalahleni FM.
with this number of 42 children, I'm staying with them, go 5 bedroom. My neighbors, Urana CD, Ukola Lapea, is my neighbor in that area.
I'm staying with the 42 children which I'm running the ECD for in my bedroom.
No, 5 bedroom. 5 bedroom, I'm staying, ngihlala nabantwana abayi-5, ngihlala nabantwana. It's her, it's not me, it's him. Ngihlala nabantwana abawu-42, ku-5 bedroom
I'm
house.
staying with 42 children on a 5-bedroom house.
Emalahleni FM this year 2021, They're running a project of building the orphanage home in the land that our mother, Mama Lindiwe Nchali, donated 2017. The project started now, April. Oh, at this moment, last week Friday, this week Friday, we received 12,000 bricks to continue to build the orphanage. So I'm appealing to Public Works. Please, I really need help. Because in DST, they tell me straight, we won't fund the center until we meet the norms and standard, and it's what I know that is what I have to reach.
Thank you very much. I don't know, because you seem to be having a good relationship with your MEC. You were supposed to meet with your MEC and discuss all these issues, and we appreciate those who helped so far. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. It's long we've been here. It's long we've been here. And thank you very much, honorable members and everyone else in this hall. Take it from us, all the issues that has been raised here, as members of parliament, we're going to take them back to parliament and process it. Let's call it a day. Take care of yourselves. COVID kills. And God bless you.